Okay, so today I thought I'd show you how I make my salamander bases. And, well, my lava bases, and I use them for my salamanders. This is how they look. And the materials you'll need to make these are hot glue gun, and this here is it's gasket, cork gasket, but any cork plate will do. Oh, and I forgot, you'll also need a base. This is a 25mm base, but any base will do. I'm gonna pick up an old paint jar that I'm not gonna use, and I'm gonna take some sticky tack, whatever you want to call it, Claw de Moi. Put it here, take my base, and stick it right on there. So now I'm gonna take the legs of my model, because it's not fully assembled yet, and we're gonna take small pieces of this sticky stuff, place it on the feet, like so, and stick it somewhere on the base. Now take our pencil, and I'm just gonna draw some guidelines. Next, I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna start by ripping some pieces of it. Just gonna move that so we have something for a guy to stand on. And by ripping this instead of cutting it originally, makes it a bit more uneven, which I like. Okay, so I've heated up the glue gun, but in the meantime, while it was heating up, I changed these a bit, because I was not really happy with the way they were looking. Now I am, though, more. So I'm gonna grab my glue gun. Okay, so now that the hot glue is all dried up, we're gonna base coat it in black. Now, I advise you to prime it black using spray primer, but I don't have that time on my hands, and I don't have any black primer, and it's cold as shit outside. So I'm just gonna go with the old tins of paint. So the paint is dried, and we're gonna dry brush the stones or the rocks first, just to make them look like rocks, and then I'm gonna dry brush a bit of the lava too, in gray, just so I can see the details a bit clearer, especially so you guys can. So we're gonna start off with the Codex Gray, the darker of the grays I have, and dry brushing is essentially you're taking some paint, you're putting it on your palette, and take quite a lot of it off of your brush, so that instead of having paint on your brush, you're left with the pigments, and the paint pigments, they pick up on detail. So if you just move your brush over things, it'll pick up detail really nicely and really easily. You don't have to do that much work. So the darker gray, the Codex Gray dry brush has dried, and we're gonna continue off with some Fortress Gray. Still gonna be dry brushing, but a bit of a lighter coat. Okay, so now we're gonna paint all of this lava here that's flowing between rocks. We're gonna paint it first blood red, or if you have a darker red, you could use it. You could use a darker red. We're gonna, after we put this on, we're gonna give it a wash of ball red, and a wash is a really thin paint that kind of gets in the crevices and just darkens it up. And then we're gonna wash with Bada black too, just to get some more detail. And I'm gonna clean up my palette a bit, just so that there's no, I'm just wiping it off. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we're gonna use a Citadel detail brush, or the yellow one. It's just quite fine brush. Now my blood red is quite dried up. So we're gonna need quite a lot. Now, before you put on a wash, you want the paint to be really dry, just so that the wash can get in all crevices and not get mixed with the other color. I think it's dry enough now. So we're gonna take our wash and just shake it up a bit. So the pigments get mixed. Now you could water this down, but I don't think I want to do that. I think it's a good color without watering it down. So right now I'm just applying the Bada black wash I decided to go with only one layer of ball red. Okay, so the wash is dry, and now we're gonna apply some blood red, just a bit. I'm gonna use this brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a really not that much paint, and it's not really a dry brush, but it's more of a layering technique, I'd say. But you don't want really that much paint on your brush here either. Just gonna wipe some off. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the detail and kind of highlight it. Yeah, that's good. And you could say that you're done now. You could, and you would want to fix up the rocks, but you might not see it. But this one has a bit of yellow on it, and that's actually, I thought it would be cool to put just another coat on and make it yellow, but that didn't work out, so I put on yellow first, and then I covered a lot of it up with the orange. And when you do that, the orange gets really bright. The lava's done, and now just gonna touch up the rocks that I fucked up. So get some Codex spray. I think the Codex spray will do it just fine. Just go over it. A dry brushing paintbrushes is not really ideal here, but it works. It does the job. Okay, turns out it doesn't. There's a bit more it's not covered, but I'm gonna get Fortress Gray for that. Just so so we get a bit more diversity in it. I'm rubbing some of it away just to make it not look like painted on. And I think we're finished. Depending on what color you want this the edge of the base to be. Either you could just go over it with some case black, or you could make it gray. And this is Fortress Gray. I think with the Salamanders it looks good. With both look really good, but yeah, that's up to you. I have a bit of a mix. Yeah, here's the finished product with a couple of more that I made. And thank you guys for watching. And please leave a like if you liked the video. And if you didn't, and if there's something that you find that you don't really understand or something, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. That's all for me. Bye bye.